dive into today's episode, I just want to remind you to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to us. It helps us grow, reach more amazing learners like you, and keep bringing you fresh and fun content every week. So don't forget, like, subscribe, and let's keep this journey going strong.
Hello, you wonderful word watchers, and a very warm welcome to another episode of Idiom Insights. I'm Emma, and it's a genuine pleasure to have you with us today as we pull back the curtain on some of the phrases that give the English language its incredible character and depth.
And I'm Jack, your ever-faithful sidekick on this voyage through vocabulary, ready with a quick fact or a questionable joke. It's great to be here, Emma. Today's collection of idioms feels particularly potent. We're talking about the very fabric of human nature: kindness, betrayal, business, and raw ambition. It's a big one.
It certainly is, Jack. These phrases are like little windows into our social dynamics. They are the shorthand we use to describe complex interactions, and understanding them is key to understanding not just the language, but the culture behind it. They are the kinds of expressions that explain why people do the things they do.
That's a fantastic way to put it. Well, let's not keep our listeners in suspense any longer. What are the 4 powerful phrases we'll be putting under the microscope in this episode of Idiom Insights?
An excellent question. First, we'll be celebrating the kindness of strangers with the term a good Samaritan. Then, we'll move to the darker side of human interaction and discuss doing something behind someone's back. After that, we'll enter the world of business to understand a company's most profitable asset with the phrase cash cow. And to finish, we will face the harsh realities of ruthless competition in a dog-eat-dog world.
From saints to secrets to stock markets. What a lineup! Now, before we explore our first phrase, a quick but very important note to all of you listening. If you enjoy these deep dives, please consider hitting that subscribe or follow button. It costs nothing, but it means you'll never miss an episode, and it helps our podcast find other curious language learners.
Your support truly helps us keep the lights on. Thank you. Now, let's begin with an act of kindness. Our first idiom is a good Samaritan.
This is a truly classic phrase, and it has a fantastic origin story. It comes directly from a parable in the Bible, where a man from Samaria stops to help an injured traveler on the road after other people, who should have helped, just walked past. So, a good Samaritan is a kind, charitable person who helps a stranger in need, with no thought for their own reward.
That's a perfect explanation, and the origin is so important. The key elements are that the person helping is usually a stranger, and they are doing it out of pure compassion. It's not your friend helping you move a sofa. It's the person you've never met who stops their car to help you change a flat tire in the pouring rain. It's a selfless act.
Exactly. It's the kind of person who restores your faith in humanity. You don't expect the help, and it comes from nowhere. It's that element of surprise and selflessness that really defines a good Samaritan.
Let's hear a real-life example of this in action. Here are our friends Mia and Mark. It sounds like Mia has had a very stressful commute home.
You're home late. I was just starting to get worried. Is everything okay? The traffic must have been terrible tonight.
Oh, you have no idea. It was a complete nightmare. I was driving down that long stretch of highway by the woods when my car just died. The engine cut out, the lights went off, everything. And my phone battery was at 2%.
No. That's the worst place to break down. It's so isolated. What did you do?
I was starting to panic, honestly. It was getting dark. But after about 10 minutes, a tow truck pulled up behind me. The driver wasn't on a call, he was just heading home. He saw my hazard lights, stopped, and spent the next half hour figuring out it was just a loose battery cable. He fixed it for me and wouldn't even let me pay him.
Are you serious? He just stopped and helped for free.
Completely. He just said to be safe and that he hoped someone would do the same for his daughter one day. He was a true good Samaritan. I would probably still be sitting there right now if it weren't for him.
What a story! You can really hear the relief and gratitude in Mia's voice. That tow truck driver is the perfect example of a good Samaritan. He had no obligation to stop, he wasn't on the clock, and he expected nothing in return.
It's a fantastic illustration of the idiom. He was a complete stranger who went out of his way to help someone in a difficult situation out of pure kindness. That's the very heart of the phrase. So, listeners, we'd love to hear your stories. Has a good Samaritan ever come to your rescue? Tell us about it in the comments.
Alright, from the best of human nature, we now pivot to something far less noble. Our second idiom is behind someone's back.
This phrase is instantly understood by everyone, and it's never a good thing. To do something behind someone's back means to do it secretly, without their knowledge, in a way that is unfair or deceitful. The implication is that you would not do or say this thing if the person were present.
It's the essence of gossip and betrayal. Talking about a coworker negatively to your boss without ever mentioning the issue to the coworker? That's going behind their back. Organizing a party and deliberately not inviting one person from your friend group? That's planning behind their back. It's all about that element of concealment and negative intent.
Let's listen to a conversation that I think many of us can relate to, especially from a work environment. Mark seems to have just found out some upsetting news.
Mark, you've been quiet since you got home from work. Is everything all right? You look like you're stewing over something.
I am. I had my weekly check-in with my manager today, and I was completely blindsided. She brought up all these concerns about my performance on the new project.
What? But you've been working so hard on that project. You've been getting great feedback from the team. Where did she get these concerns from?
That's the thing. It turns out my colleague David has been complaining to her about my work for weeks. He never said a single word to me, never raised an issue in our meetings. He just went straight to her.
So he did it all behind your back. That's awful, Mark. I'm so sorry. There's nothing worse than a colleague who won't just talk to you directly.
Exactly. If he had problems, we could have sorted them out. But to do it like this, it just feels so cowardly and dishonest.
Oof. That is a classic and painful example. You can feel Mark's sense of injustice. The problem isn't that there was a problem, the problem is how it was handled. David's actions were the very definition of going behind someone's back.
It perfectly illustrates the feeling of betrayal that comes with this idiom. The secrecy is what makes it so damaging to trust and relationships, both professional and personal. It's a powerful phrase for a very negative type of behavior. Have you ever had to deal with a situation like this? We'd be interested to hear how you handled it.
Okay, let's move from office politics to company profits. Our third phrase for this episode of Idiom Insights is cash cow.
This is a very interesting and visual business idiom. A cash cow is a product, service, or business division that generates a steady, reliable stream of income with very little investment or effort needed to maintain it. It's like having a cow that you can just milk for cash continuously without much trouble.
It's the golden goose. It's that old movie from the 80s that still sells millions in merchandise, or that simple software that everyone needs and pays a subscription for year after year. Often, the money from the cash cow is used to fund new, riskier, more innovative projects within the company.
That's a key point. While it can sometimes be used negatively, to imply a company is just milking an old product and not innovating, it's often just a descriptive term for a company's most reliable moneymaker. Let's listen to Mia and Mark discussing their favorite coffee shop.
I love this place, but I wish they would update their menu a little bit. It's been the exact same 3 sandwiches and 4 types of coffee for the last 5 years.
I know what you mean. It's not the most exciting place, but have you ever noticed that it is always busy? Even on a Tuesday morning.
That's true. People love their classic latte. They probably sell hundreds of them a day. It's simple, but it's consistent and good.
Exactly. I was talking to the owner once, and she told me she wants to open a second, more experimental cafe with modern food. But she needs this place to stay exactly as it is.
I see what you're saying. This original shop is her cash cow. It's the reliable, low-effort business that makes all the money she needs to fund her new, creative dream.
That is a brilliant and very clear example. The coffee shop isn't a bad thing, it's a strategic asset. Mark's realization at the end is perfect. The simple, unchanging shop is the financial engine that makes everything else possible.
It perfectly explains the business concept. The cash cow isn't the most exciting part of the business, but it's arguably the most important for its stability and growth. Can you think of a famous product that you would consider a cash cow for its company? Share your ideas in the comments.
And that brings us to our fourth and final idiom of the day. It's a phrase that describes a tough reality. We're talking about a dog-eat-dog world.
This is a very vivid and somewhat brutal idiom. When you say it's a dog-eat-dog world, you are describing a situation that is intensely and ruthlessly competitive, where people will do anything, even harm others, to be successful. It's a world with no room for compassion, it's survival of the fittest.
The image is stark, a place where there's no collaboration, only competition. It's often used to describe hyper-competitive industries like high finance, politics, or professional sports, where there are only a few spots at the top and everyone is fighting to get there. It's a grim but effective way to describe a certain kind of environment.
Let's hear one last dialogue. Mia seems to be giving some advice to a younger cousin who is just starting their career.
How was the call with your cousin, Chloe? Is she enjoying her new job at that big fashion magazine?
She is, but she's also finding it incredibly tough. She thought it was going to be creative and collaborative, like in the movies.
And I take it the reality is a little different?
Very different. She said everyone on her team is constantly trying to outperform each other. They take credit for other people's ideas, they work crazy hours just to be seen by the editor. She said it feels like a constant battle.
That sounds exhausting. It's a shame when a creative field becomes so competitive.
I told her to be careful and to look after herself. I had to be honest and warn her that, in that industry, it's a dog-eat-dog world. You have to be tough to survive.
You can hear the concern in Mia's voice. She's using the idiom not just to describe the situation, but as a serious warning to her cousin. It's a way of saying, this is the reality, and you need to be prepared for it.
It's a perfect use of the phrase to describe a ruthless work culture. It conveys a huge amount of information about the environment in just 4 words. It's a powerful and cautionary idiom. What field or industry do you think best represents a dog-eat-dog world?
And with that intense thought, we've dissected another 4 fascinating idioms. Let's do a quick recap.
We started with the selfless kindness of a good Samaritan.
We then explored the sneaky, deceitful nature of doing things behind someone's back.
We looked at the world of business to understand a reliable, profitable cash cow.
And we ended with the harsh reality of fierce competition in a dog-eat-dog world.
We hope you've enjoyed this exploration and feel more confident to use these phrases. They add so much color and precision to your English. Give them a try.
Absolutely. And if you enjoyed learning with us today, a like or a 5-star review helps us more than you know. And of course, please subscribe to Idiom Insights so you can join us on our next adventure.
Thank you all so much for your time and for your wonderful curiosity. Until next time, goodbye.
Farewell, everyone. Stay insightful.